All right, let's do it. This is my first time. Let's see what it looks like. All right, let's do it. This is my first time.
You watching yourself live and in action, huh? Let's see.
Talk. Let me hear what you like. Let me hear what you're saying.
What you want me to say, Jay? You got me up here looking all crazy.
This is my first time.
You watching yourself live and in action, huh? Let's see.
That's how it looks. Let me hear what you like. Let me hear what you say.
What you want me to say, Jay? You got me up here looking all crazy.
Be like that sometimes.
You watching yourself live and in action, huh?
That's how it looks.
Wait, can I see the comments?
Be like that sometimes. All right. What's going on? Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, y'all.
All right. So, Postal family, we got everybody irie. We have a carrier on here. She had some venting she wanted to do. Postal family, we got. So, what you got to say there, young lady? You know what? Where you from? You ain't got to say exactly where you from, but you know where you from.
I'll just say I'm a New Yorker. Let's just leave it at that.
So, what you got to say there, young lady? What's going on, Otis?
Hey, y'all.
You know what? I'm gonna have to get my headset. Y'all, excuse me.
Hey, how y'all doing? Jay is unprepared. Hey. This is spur of the
Oh
moment.
boy!
Your phone got feedback, Jay? A little delay? Delay?
Oh, now we cooking with hot sauce. So what's going on? How you?
I had a day
It
today,
did.
Jay.
It did for a second. It did for a second.
I
So
had a day.
we just gonna get into the nitsy gritty. We gonna get into the nitsy gritty.
Yeah.
This is your world, squirrel.
So, my venting session. Okay. So, I'm just, I am a carrier. And, we all have good days and bad days in our
Go ahead. Let me
craft.
hear what you gotta say.
And, today I was sick of this stuff. I'm going to keep it clean. I was real sick of it today. I was put on a new route. And I arrived on a delay. So I'm not going in at our call time anymore, which is 8 a.m. I'm going in at 10. Not casing the route, which sometimes is normal, right? So like I said, it's a new route, so I don't know the line of travel. Casing the route for the first time, at least that helps me. I'm going to say it helps me figure out the line of travel and what's next and so on and so forth. And, I got teed off because it's a really long route. Some may say it's a little overburdened. And I'm choosing my words wisely here. It was an issue for me to get assistance. And choosing my words wisely, Oh, because Jay has a lot of fans
Speak.
that watch him. um, yeah, so it was an issue for me to get assistance when I'm always the first to go lend a hand, and it ticked me off today. I feel like people don't want to understand that it takes time on a new route. And any carrier will tell you the first time on a route is challenging. You know what I mean? You don't know the lay of the land. I'm not the regular, I'm not the swing person. You're looking for mailboxes behind houses. It's crazy. Um, so one of the people in leadership actually had a mouthful to say about me, which I find was actually unleadership like, right? Um, I just feel like everything should be, and I know that's not the post office, and I'm asking for a lot here, but if you want to keep somebody that's good, like you always say, you just have to,
Mm.
you know what I mean? Like, don't, what was said was, I need to learn the route. I'm not going to say what I want to say right here, but don't you think that takes more than me being here one time for the first time? And you being the person that runs this place, don't be a morale killer, right? Don't be a morale killer. You want me to answer my phone when you call me and you need help, and I answer the phone and I come, but when I need assistance, it's an issue. That's a problem to me. May not be for anybody else, but that's an issue. I'm a CCA. Exactly. People that don't carry always know how to carry. So I find that just ruffled my feathers a little bit, you know? And I
This
try
is
to
this is
understand that
nationwide.
this, what happened? What you say, Jay?
This is nationwide. So um, it happens.
It does happen, but should it happen is the question. Should if you have a good worker that's always willing and ready to go out and help and come in when you need them, should they be met with such disdain and attitude? That is the
Well,
question. That's the question. Exactly. Exactly. I want somebody to try it. I want, it says a lot because people are not, and I'm the type of person, if I leave my umbrella, I don't have rain
so
gear,
there is a
I'm not
slight
putting,
delay with me
oh,
hearing and seeing what's going on screen.
oh.
But
So I'm just sick of this. I'm sorry. I'm really sick of this shit. Excuse my language.
yeah, just when you go and you speak, just give it raw. People want to hear it raw. That's what they want.
Listen, you you want this channel monetized? Let me tell
I
you, I
don't worry
came back.
about any monetization. If you want to
Listen,
talk, talk.
Jay, I came back in that office. I came looking. Where she at? I was like, listen, we gonna have a conversation today. You ain't gonna run me like no retard and no jockey, and then when I need help, it's a problem. We not gonna play that game. I don't care who you is. And you ain't gonna talk to me like I'm your child either. Unless you drop me off at daycare, you ain't gonna talk to me crazy. Okay, so let me calm down. But yeah, that's how I felt. Yeah, that's how I felt. But she wasn't there when I got back, so I got to calm down a little bit. I was ready to give the razzle dazzle, but I ain't have to do all that. But yeah, yeah, I'm not,
Mm, mm.
I just want to go to work, do my job. I want to be taught, the ropes because I don't know everything. And, you know, I'm here to learn. I'm here to grow as a carrier. I really want to. You know what I mean? I want to be a great carrier. I aspire to be a great carrier. I really, really love this. I don't mind being cold. I know that's part of the job. I don't mind getting rained on. I know that's part of the job. I don't mind being in the sun. It's part of the job, you know. But I mind being talked to crazy, you know, by people in leadership when I'm looking to you for direction. I have a problem with that. I do. It should not be. And people should not accept it and just say, this is part of working for the post office. That's part of the problem. That's part of the problem. And that's all I'm going to say, Jay, because I'm talking too much now. That's it. That's all.
This is your world. This is your world. I honestly believe that you you letting out your frustrations
Let it all
is
out.
probably the same type of frustrations that everybody else has. Um, and like I said, there's a slight delay.
Yeah.
Um, and you need to know that you're not alone in this battle. That's the true thing. And I wish that more people would actually speak up, because there is managers that are watching this. And unfortunately, I don't think they really care, but as long as it's being exposed, there are people that are listening. I mean, I'm reading some really, strong emails that are, extremely touching, extremely bothersome. You reaching out to me today, eh, the more the people expose it, it's not like it's behind the scenes. This is just a constant thing. I don't know if anybody heard Miss K's rant earlier, and she's pretty upset. But you know, as long as people keep putting the information out there for everybody to see, somebody has to listen. Your voice has to be heard eventually. Um, and I appreciate you coming on as a carrier, because a lot of carriers dig at me saying, I don't know what you guys do. So I like to leave the floor to you for you to just speak. I don't know if you can read the comments, and if anybody's watching, hit her with some of those questions, because I can answer what I can, but I don't know it all.
You
I'd
know,
like for her to get involved, do give the feedback. You guys make
you,
this work, not Jay. And
you
like
know
I
what,
said, if you
Jay?
feel comfortable, speak.
You know what, Jay? You know what's disheartening? What's disheartening is we deal with all the elements, right? So we get out there on these walkout routes, on these parking loops. We get out there. We're in the sun all day long. We're in the rain getting drenched. We're accepting it because it's part of the job. We're, I mean, all of the conditions. And then it feels like you're being harassed before you leave the station. Get out, get out the office, get out the office, break the geo fence, get out. Okay, I'm out the office. And then when you come back from being rained on, from being the 100-degree weather outside, being snowed on, whatever it is, you know what I mean? And then to be met with craziness all over again in the afternoon after you just had your day, smiling with your customers, helping them up the stairs, doing your medical dismounts. We are the first line for a lot of people, right? So there's a lot of carriers that witness a lot of things with their customers. They save their customers from a lot of things. Um, we may see mail getting piled up. And this is not like just throwing any old name out there. This is not like Miss Susie. Her mail never piles up. They'll tell you we are the first ones to recognize certain things. And then to be so gracious and so caring to our customers, and then have to come back in the office and leave an office when you feel like you are being whipped. I'm over it. It should not be. It should not be.
It shouldn't be. And you're not alone in it. Um, where it comes to management talking to people like they're less than human. If this is why I'm guessing this is why they're trying to put robots out there, because they can talk to a robot any kind of way without any reaction. But these same managers that are up there in their positions that talk to people like dog crap, um, it it creates it creates that hostile work environment, and a lot of them feel like they're untouchable. Uh, you know, we got some foolishness going on in my plant, and the managers are scared to talk to certain people. It's like, are we really helpless at this point? I see the guy said, this is why I became a shop steward. I applaud you for becoming a shop steward.
Mhm.
The question is, can you help? It's not like, oh, I'm crying, oh, she's picking on me. No, I'm crying because I got shit going on at home that I gotta worry about. I got bills that I gotta pay. And then I come to work with my game face on, and then I gotta listen to this lady talk to me like dog shit, just like you said. And then I gotta go out on the field and then try to keep a straight face, dealing with customers, dealing with traffic, dealing with all the bull, still with my personal life in the back of my head, just to hear you call me up. Hey, you done with that route yet? Bitch, I just left there 2 minutes ago. You know, um,
Mhm.
And these are realistic life scenarios. You guys write me all the time and tell me about this. And I run into similar situations. And excuse me if it offended anybody. Bitch was just a general statement. Somebody gonna get upset about it.
Mhm.
But and then you got to go back, and then they treat you like you don't exist. Listen, what happens when stations decide that, hey, I'm not coming into work today, just like they did out there in Texas when the rural carriers said, hey, I'm not coming in. Did the postmaster jump in the vehicle? Did the managers jump in the vehicle and go do the work? The managers need to realize that they are the head coach, top of the line.
Mhm.
And your team is reflected by how you treat your team, your leadership skills. And if your leadership skills suck, you can guarantee that the morale of your whole team is gonna suck. They're gonna come in there with that
Absolutely.
face. They're gonna come in there looking
Absolutely.
stupid, like, man, this is bullshit. And they just come
Mhm.
in with no goodness in their heart. They're coming in with that,
Right.
like, man, I can't. I got this thing where I walk in like, fuck this job, cuz, you know, somebody sent me a meme that said, um, you pull up to the building, they had a little Kermit meme, and you pull up to the building like, damn, this building's still standing. I pray that the building burned down. I got to go to work again today. That's a shame, because for the amount of money that we make, and we make okay money, you should not have to feel like you're selling your soul every day you going to work. Feel like you
Absolutely.
got to degrade yourself and put your own
Absolutely.
humanity behind you. But this ain't about me and my speech. Go ahead, sister. Go ahead. Let me hear what you got to say.
Oh, no, but you're right. And I'm just like, and don't get me wrong, just like I told you on the phone, I have some really I have some really good supervisors.
Mhm.
It's just that individual that's just like, how did, ma'am, have a seat.
I'm curious how they get dealt with. How is it that they can, I don't know if it was you or I was talking to somebody else where they said, to somebody, hey, if you don't like it, you can find another place to work. How does a postmaster address somebody like that and feel like they are so arrogant that they God, that hey, I make $150,000 a year, you're just a peon to me, and just talk to people like trash. I was doing a route today. Somebody called out, and this particular postmaster, he's a snake. and I don't know. I think he watches me, but whatever. Um, my sister worked at the station. He a straight snake. I remember I went there and I follow things to the T. Hey, this is the time I gotta leave. I'm leaving. Soon I know how they are. I take pictures of the dock. Hey, there's none on the dock. I know that there's mail inside the building, but not my job to go in there. They ain't scheduled nobody. So this was about 4 or 5 months ago. They decide they want to pull the mail out after I departed. Nope. These are screens. These are pictures, and they got timestamps on them.
Timestamp.
And then
Yeah.
they try to send, messages to the plant. I'm not going back. Now tell him to put that mail in the back of his pickup truck. Well, we got
And
BMG.
drive it to the plant. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I got nothing to do with it. You want to follow. And he tried to lie his ass off. He went and took pictures of the mail on the dock after he pushed it out there and said it was sitting out there. Really? You snake, you piece of trash, and try to get me in trouble. Nonetheless, what can we do? I mean, we got shop stewards that watch me. What can you do about this wicked management when they decide to degrade you and talk to you like trash? Because I'm gonna give you the same energy.
Here's the
Me-
first thing. Here's the first thing, in my opinion, that needs to stop. Right? People have to stop accepting in every craft the toxicity. Right? On a one-to-one basis. They have to stop accepting that. They have to stop saying, oh, but this is how the post office is. Don't become complacent with that, right? That's the issue. Because when new people come in, they be like, oh, but that's okay. It's not okay. It's not okay. So if you having a rapport and a discussion with people, I like to have conversations because I want you to understand me. We're going to have a conversation, and we're going to converse about even if if a supervisor was to say to me, yo, what's really going on? And we can have a conversation. I feel like it's better than coming at me all crazy. I could tell you what my challenges are, and maybe you could help me or point me in a direction, because everybody got challenges of how to get over those hurdles, right? Because it's about helping somebody through, not pointing at me and degrading me. It's not helping me through. It's going to make me feel some type of way. It's not helping me, right? If you can't help me, if that's not your craft, show me who can help me, or tell me what I can do. You know what I mean? Who may be able to assist me, but don't talk to me all crazy and think that I'm gonna accept it. I'm not gonna talk to you crazy. I'm gonna beckon you all day. I'm going, oh my God, why are you speaking to me this way? Yeah, I'm trying to tell you. Okay, I pass out if I listen. Okay, but yeah, I feel I'm under duress. I can't take it. You gave me a panic attack. All of the aboves, but nonetheless, I'm just like, stop accepting the little things. Okay, like, don't let somebody talk to you crazy. Stop it right there. Stop saying everybody that is hearing this, stop saying that's just how the post office is. No. Stop saying it. Stop saying that. No. That's not how the post office is. No.
That's just us saying we gave up, we accepted it.
Yeah, don't. Cause I'm not accepting it. If I can talk to you like a human being, you're gonna talk to me the same way. If you don't like me, I don't care. I'm not here for you to like. I'm here to work.
Yeah, it's a bad. I don't even know what the word to use there is, but when it comes down to management, just drilling people in that disgusting tone, um, where they got slick mouths, it's just like you pushing people to want to pop you. I mean, I'm reading some crazy stuff now, and it's like, why do they put these people in place like that? Exactly, abuse of power.
Abuse the power.
Who monitored that? There's checks and balances for every worker. Okay, I'm late. Oh, well, why you late? Hey, I ran into traffic, or hey, I was goofing off. They got checks and balances on every single employee. Where are the checks and balances to the managers they put in place? Because a lot of the managers that they put in place are there to focus on numbers. They have no human compassion. They have zero people skills. And honest to God, they have zero managerial skills. They're just put there because, they would just raise the ranks. They fill out some forms in a hero page and they move up because somebody that didn't have the qualifications to interview them interviewed them and moved them up. That's exactly how the whole post office works. And now you got somebody with a lot of power that got zero people skills and probably nothing on the outside. Mm-hmm. Absolutely zero on the outside. They come to work with this, like you said, abuse of power, and it's talk to the people like trash. Like, why? Why? What do they get from that? How do you go home and sleep comfortable like that? Now, if I'm in manager status and I got some jerks that I got to deal with, hey, I'm gonna give you the same energy. I'm gonna treat you like a human being. You give me some attitude, I'm gonna give it back. But these people like that, you making $150,000 a year. Lighten your ass up. Lighten up.
Right.
There are so many different you get more from sugar than you do from salt.
You're right.
Like this thing we got Bluetooth. I know that we have a postmaster and she's out there, she drilling them. I understand what she's trying to do. I just think she's approaching it the wrong way. You get, hey, listen. Bluetooth, no. You got your phone. We having some issues with the connectivity. Whatever lie she want to tell. Yo, I don't want to see no movies. You want to play your phone? Knock yourself out. Bluetooth, not here. If that's the issue.
Right.
Please don't make me have to go another step. And you approach people like that. What the hell's wrong with please coming out of a manager's mouth? Nothing. Because when she goes to the next person and they start that foolishness and you say, hey, nah, she cool, man. She all right, I understand what she's trying to do. Now the managers got actual employees understanding what their objective is versus that dictatorship. Because you want to be a dick to me, I got, hey. Anyway, they don't have it. They don't have the skill level. That is my honest to God opinion. I listened to my boss's manager talking to a whole damn bunch of TANS managers, transportation managers, and this man has no transportation skill whatsoever. None. The only person out of 15 people in the chat group that has any truck driving skills is my truck driver boss, and he sits there and just listens to these fools talk any kind of way. And this dude talk to man. I'm like, yo, why don't you tell that man to talk to you like a human being? You in your 50s, this man talk to you like trash, because I'm sure his boss talk to him like trash, and this toxic thing just goes down the line.
And it just go down the line, yeah.
And we get the ass end of it, and we feel stuck. So my question is, when they were marching to get rid of toxic managers, what did they accomplish? What were they trying to accomplish? How were they trying to accomplish? All I saw were people marching. It's one thing to say, stop toxic management. What actions can be taken in order to stop your postmaster from talking to you like she ain't got no damn sense? First day on the route, why you ain't back? Oh, I ain't never did this route before. Chill. Like, you ain't never carried mail before. Like, what were you? You a mail handler? Like, how dare they? Nonetheless, continue.
Right. But like I said, and I want to make this clear, right? I purposefully speak to my supervisors as individuals to get a base communication so that they can understand my work ethics, so they can understand who I am, so that they can understand I came here to work. I'm a worker bee. I don't want to sit. I don't want to milk the clock. I don't wanna do any of that. I wanna get in here and I wanna work for my money. I'm no slouch. I'm here to grind. I knew when I was coming in, I prepared myself. Jay, anything that I possibly could do to prepare myself, I did. I researched shoes. I anything like just little things. Made sure I had Sharpies to sequence my packages, my pens. I came in here with a goddamn holster. I don't need your holster, okay? I got my own. I'm ready to go. So I have a relationship with my supervisors. I have an understanding with them. Don't talk to me crazy, and I'm not gonna have to talk to you crazy. Said individual, you know what I mean? I don't know how people accept that. And it's all day, every day. So my message tonight is stop saying that's how the post office is. If you can hear this, stop saying that. Don't let people talk to you crazy. You don't have to be you, to get your respect back. You don't have to act all indignant. You can nicely say, "Who are you talking to?" That right there kills it. Who, you brought your son to school? You brought your daughter you brought your daughter to work today? You brought Yeah, that kills it right there. Let them know I'm not your child. Don't play with me.
Right.
I ain't come out of you, and that's it. Kill that noise. But yeah, stop accepting that. If everybody is 66 people in this live, if everybody starts doing that tomorrow, say stop talking to me crazy. Somebody in the office is gonna also hear that, and they're not gonna allow nobody to talk to them crazy. And it's gonna start catching on. People are gonna start learning how to respect each other and not talk to each other crazy. That's all I want to say.
Respect. Respect. That's all
That's
it is. Respect. I got
respect.
this young head supervisor that popped up out of nowhere. She graduated last year from college. My daughter's older than her, and she got a lot of power. And she talks to people any kind of way. She's gone through about 3 different tours because people have snapped on this young girl. And she tried it with me, and I let her know you don't talk to me like that. My kid's older than you. You know, I've been I've been in transportation longer than you've been alive. You don't disrespect me.
Right.
Um, and it's unfortunate because she's only been in the post office maybe a year and some change now. It's only going to get worse because that's just who she is. Um, uh, it, there has to be a check and balance for this. And I'm just curious on if somebody after they watch this knows if unions can have a check and balance. I know unions say they're only there to enforce the contracts. That's one thing. But who's there to put checks and balances on management when they disrespect?
Right.
You know, EEOs only go but so far. You try to move it up. I got somebody doing something through a court. He told me not to get into his personal so much, but he knows who he is. And he's going through steps I never even heard of before. But why should people have to go through that? Adults. This man been working for the post office. He said like 17 years or something. Why? Why? I'm I'm hoping somebody has a resolution versus marching uh, to help us get some respect because I can only be tolerated for so long, and that's where the term "going postal" came from because they know that management they be off the rockers.
Jay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I want to retire from this place.
Right.
I do. I want to be a great carrier, but it seems like the more you get a fire inside of you to do great, the more somebody just keep coming with water, trying to douse it and put it out. That is sad. It's hell. It's sad. Every day I go to work. like a little bird. Good morning, hello, everyone. Every morning. I know they sick of me. Somebody told me, we're in this place. It's no good morning. I said, for you, I got a job. It's a great morning for me. What about my business? You know, it's a great morning. I woke up. Yeah, I'm here. But like every day is somebody just coming with a fire extinguisher trying to out my little flame. It's annoying. It's disheartening. It is. It's
So,
very disheartening.
I try to keep I try to keep my content uh as inclusive as possible. I'm a little brash, but I keep it as real as possible as well.
Mhm.
Um, I'd like to invite any union person. Y'all know what my email is. Email me. I'd love for one of you guys to get on here and answer some questions, not directly from me, because y'all can't really help me. But there's so many people that have the same questions, real questions, the ones that they did not answer when I made a video saying, "Hey, write the union." I made a video a few weeks ago because you guys were going down to, March, and they said they were going to answer, or they did some live and they were going to answer some questions, and they never answered it. They had one sticking point, and that's what they stuck to. But these are real people that are watching with real life issues that are watching, and I just need to know that somebody is hearing our voices, your voice, the people that write me. I'm just a truck driver, and I take on everybody's stuff and try to steer them in the right direction. But if anybody has a direction, um, please email me and we will chop it up. I have you on here. I mean, and people have been, nothing but respectful mostly, and they just want to have some answers. Just that basic questions, just some answers on where the future is and what's going on. And if you don't know, not disrespecting, but why don't you know? Because our contract is pretty much, set in stone. Our next ones that we have coming up, they're being negotiated now.
Right now.
Part of the union, you should know what's going into those negotiations. You should have some input on what's going on in those negotiations because the presidents come together and they speak about what goes on in their district. So all of that being said, I just invite anybody, and hopefully somebody does. My man the truck driver, he's just getting into becoming a union, steward, but so he's probably gonna be, a little fresh with it. But I'd like somebody that, even my man up in New York, Jonathan Smith, he got a voice. A little loudmouth for me, but I'm from New York too. I'd like to hear answer. And he has a platform, but come on here. And if he decides to come on here, somebody share it with him, because I know there's people up there. He decides to come on here, I'll make it so that everybody watches. And if he's ready to answer some questions, please do. That's the invite to him. And for you, anytime you want to chop it up with the rest of them, please do. You can text me with your silliness early in the morning. Jay, let me tell you what happened. You ain't gonna believe this, boy.
I do that, don't I? I sure do. I just gotta get it out. I feel like after I get it out, I don't be feeling like I gotta, debo people after. Cause I'm trying to change my ways and not be so brute and so aggressive. I'm trying not to be so hood and so New York. So I gotta get it out. But yeah.
I take the weight on my shoulders. Everybody writes me, hey, I need to ask you a question. I need to ask you a question. I need to ask you a question. And I try to get back as much as I can. But
Yeah.
again,
Thank you, Jay. Thank you for letting me vent again on your channel. I'm sure I will be back before next week
you know,
because it's always something. So we gonna have a whole session for me once a week or something.
If that's what you need, if you need a vent session, then feel
I
free.
do.
I'm sure that people are ready to, and everybody. The thing is that when you start reading comments, you'll hear people say, "Hey, that happens at my place," or they'll give you some advice.
Yeah. So if
Seniority.
y'all in New York and y'all station is looking for a carrier that's gonna come in and do the thing, and nobody gonna talk to them crazy, yeah, slide the information to Jay. Put in a good word for me or whatever. Okay, because I'm ready. I'm just saying.
I
Yeah.
hear out of all the comments, if I get 100 comments, there'll be one or two that say they have great stations. That should be alarming. That's it.
It is
Only
one.
one or two that'll say, "I love my station. I love my people." Like my daughter, I don't know what going on in her station, but she love her station. They love her. Her bosses love her. Everything. My son, he was trying to kill a postmaster. Oh man, the managers, yeah. It's funny. It's just like you hit or miss.
It's
It is so
really
weird.
dark or really light. It's just one way or the. It's never in the middle. Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. But again, Postal family, thank you guys for listening to.
Thank y'all for having me. Thank
Yeah,
you, Jay, for having me.
no question, no question. We West Indian family regardless. Trust me.
Okay? Because today she was about to get Ross up. She was
Ooh.
Jay, don't get me in trouble. Don't get me in trouble. I'm leaving. I'm going. Bye,
Oh,
y'all. Have a
man.
good night, everybody.
Anybody know what this shirt means? Y'all leave that in the comment section. My guest left. That was a rough one. That's a rough one. Anybody ever want to join in? Hit your boy up. This is JH. Love you guys. I had to give her the platform. All right? You guys have yourself a great rest of your evening. We out. You shut this thing off. I say that every single time. I know how to do it. I just